Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jose Mendoza, one of the first video analysis sessions that I ever did was with Jose, and we are doing some glide shot put work today. So let's get through this real quick. We've got a very windy video. Hang on one second here, let me mute that. All right, so Jose is a glider, and we're going to go through some of the big things that we got Jose to work on here. Okay. So big guy, powerful guy. What's this shirt say? Things I like to lift. Dem weights, dat fork. That is awesome. Things I like to lift, dem weights, and dat fork. That is the story of my life, Jose. So let's check this out. Number one thing I want to see in the back of the circle, we got to get your upper body a little bit flatter to the ground. So see here that you're kind of at a little bit of an angle. I'd love to see you almost think about scraping your hand against the ground and get yourself a little bit lower. This isn't bad. The other thing is I want to see you use a little bit more of your left leg. So bring that left knee next to your right knee and bring your left toe next to your right heel. So really bring that in. The farther you bring, you don't want to overdo it, but if you bring that in a little bit farther, just think that's a little bit more power, that's a little bit more speed that you can get out of your legs, a little bit more extension to help you through the throw. Okay, you're doing a really good job pushing off the heel. Standing up a little bit in the middle, but you're doing a good job pushing off the heel. And let's start thinking about this left arm too as well. So you kind of bring that left arm up and then long. So I want that thing long the whole time. That's why I want you to think about scraping your left hand against the circle, almost like you're trying to reach back. So I want you to think of when you're in this position, you're going to go down and reach like you're trying to grab the actual line, the painted line, like you're trying to reach down and grab it. That's going to keep your left arm nice and long. It's going to keep you a little bit lower as well, but then you're going to be able to actually use that left arm at the end. The other big thing we got to do is we got to get you in the front half of that circle. So you can see here, if this is the middle of the circle, you're still about 6-8 inches behind that midpoint. I want to see you get over that. So take a chalk line, like some sidewalk chalk, some type of a rope, some type of a strap, something going across the middle, and use that as a target to kind of get your right foot over. So once that's there, I think that's going to correct some of the weight shifting that's happening here. If you turn that foot more toward the camera, you can see here it's pointed more back toward like 11 o'clock. If you point it more toward the camera, you're going to be able to turn that whole right side down the middle instead of shifting onto that left and lifting the right. You'll be able to turn the right and push all the way through. Okay? Good extension on the ball. Pretty darn good release, but man, I'd love to see you keep that right foot on the ground longer to push the ball longer. Once that right foot comes off the ground, here you can push, here you can push, here you can push. You're not pushing anything from there or there, and see, you still have the ball in your hands. So number one thing I want you to work on is getting in the front half of that circle. That, I think, is number one. Now, in order to do that, let's get lower in the back and bring that left knee in a little bit more to get a little bit more power and speed out of the back. Okay, so that's step one. Step two, long left arm. Let's start using that left arm. Keep it nice and long, nice and extended, instead of doing that bend movement. And number three, turn that right foot toward the camera and continue pushing that right foot, right knee, right hip, that entire lower right side. Pivot and push it down the middle instead of the shifting and the lifting. So I know that's a lot of stuff that I just went through quickly, but that's the order. First thing to work on, landing in the front half of the circle. Second thing to work on, keeping that left arm long through the entire throw so you can use it at the end. Third thing you're going to work on, pointing that right foot toward the camera so that you can rotate the entire lower right side down the middle of that throwing sector. All right, man. Great seeing another video from you. I bumped you right to the very top of my list when I saw your name come in. So thanks for sending it in. Again, if you have any other questions, well, what just happened? If you have any other questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you soon.